the other half of our personality, which is our NFL chat for today. And it's a hefty one because things are actually happening. I feel like this offseason has been like dead quiet.
It has been.
It has been. But now we got some news. Biggest thing is DeAndre Hopkins went to the Tennessee Titans.
He sure did. Under the radar. I texted Jordyn that night and I said, I didn't even realize. I didn't even check like my phone. I didn't check Instagram. Like, didn't see anything about it. And all of a sudden I'm scrolling on Instagram. It's like midnight that night. And I was like, DeAndre Hopkins he's a Titan? I was like, wait a second, what? And then I went and I texted Jordyn. I was just like, when did that happen? I completely missed it. But he's a Titan now.
He's a Titan. I'm pretty underwhelmed with this move.
I agree.
I also think it's pretty ironic that the Titans traded A.J. Brown to the Eagles, drafted Burks to then just sign DeAndre Hopkins.
Like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
It doesn't. And I would die for DeAndre Hopkins. I love this man so much. I think he is an incredible receiver, one of my favorites of all time. I just think he's a cool person. I just like him. I'm sorry there's a gnat and I can't kill it no matter how hard I try. But I will just keep clapping. Anywho, this move, I just don't think it's the best move for him professionally. I don't think he's going to get, I don't know. I just can't really see it working. I feel like the Titans are in this weird, not that there's anything wrong with Ryan Tannehill, but I don't think he's the quarterback that's going to get you to a Super Bowl. They have Burks. I mean, he got hurt last season, so I really don't know what to expect. But I don't know. I just feel like this isn't the place for him to like go and explode and like be DeAndre Hopkins. And that's disappointing because I wanted that for him. Like I wanted him to go to a team and be a star because he is a star.
Yes, he is. And he's a bright star. And he's an older receiver as well, which is like, it's impressive the things that he can do at his age. Mm-hmm. But if you think about it, they were a contender to get D-Hop, and then it was like the Patriots. So like, who are we having throw D-Hop the ball? Ryan Tannehill / Malik Willis, mm-hmm. or Mac Jones,
or Will Levis,
or Will. That's right, yeah. Will Levis. At first, I was like, Jordyn, no, he didn't get drafted by the Patriots. He got. And my brain was like, no, Titans, and I was
Titans. Like, if you don't know. Me and Sam were together for the NFL draft. This is one of like my favorite moments of my entire life. Me and Sam were together for the NFL draft and we kept making jokes about like who was going to draft Will Levis. And then he just wasn't getting drafted. And then we hit the night, we had a couple drinks. Then we hit the night of like hit the part midway through the draft where we just like went hysterical. And Sam was so convinced that the Patriots were going to draft Will Levis. And it was just an iconic moment.
And then after they didn't pick him up and they picked up Christian Gonzalez instead, which
I'm
was
still hurt over.
Devastating. After that, I just predicted Will Levis at every single pick. Yep. And then eventually I'm pretty sure I did say like, realistically, the Titans are going to take Will Levis.
She did. I want to give her credit because and I was like, there's no way. Like they just got Malik Willis. I mean, as a Malik Willis former truther, you know what? I'm still going to be a truther. He still got it.
Stick with it.
I can't bail on him now. I loved Malik Willis. I wanted the Steelers. I was so mad that the Steelers didn't take Malik Willis over Kenny Pickett. And then now I'm like,
yeah,
freezing cold take.
Freezing cold.
Anywho, but yes, the Titans did take him. So yeah, who knows? Maybe we see Will Levis throw in to, you know what? Hold on. I just want to love, like, not that I'm not going to love D-Hop, but I just want to like really love this move for him. So I am officially going to start convincing myself that Will Levis is going to take over at some point this season. And then when he does, him and DeAndre Hopkins are just going to have this beautiful relationship and they're just going to explode and it's going to be awesome. I mean,
who knows? It's very possible to see, once one season's over, like, anything can happen in the following season. That's always what I like to believe. Like, literally, we're like in a clean slate right now. Anything is possible. Malik Willis, Will Levis, Ryan Tannehill, for all we know, could be like the next Kirk Cousins.
Speaking of anything can happen, do we remember last season when Baker Mayfield was signed by the Rams, flew there overnight, went to the game, played, and then went on a 98-yard game-winning drive.
Yes, I do remember that very, very vividly because I was so happy.
That was one of those moments where I was like, life isn't real.
Yeah, I
It's
remember
scripted. We live in a simulation.
it was a Thursday night game.
Yep.
I was at a bar with Michael and his friends. We were watching Thursday Night Football, and I was like, the Rams are winning this game. And everybody was like, hell to the no. And I went, nope, I'm a Baker Mayfield truther, and they are going to win this game. You put him on you tell him he can't do something, odds are he's going to at least try to show you up.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's exactly what he did. And I was just like, that last drive was one of the most insane things I'd ever seen in my life. And I was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I'll always love Baker Mayfield, even if he backs up Kyle Trask next year. I don't care. I'll always believe in him. I don't care. But oh my God. But yes, nonetheless, DeAndre Hopkins to the Titans, it doesn't really seem like the most monumental thing right now. But we'll see what happens. I don't think they're gonna win the AFC South. I think the Jags are gonna win.
Yeah.
I don't think this really changes much about where they are going to be within the standings.
No, unfortunately not. But I'm still always going to root for D-Hop.
Of course.
I really wanted a D-Hop jersey. I just don't know if I want a Titans jersey.
I won't lie. The Titans are probably top 3 best jerseys for me, though.
Really?
Like in terms of colors. Yeah, it goes Chargers, forgive me, Cowboys, Titans. But I also love the color blue, so maybe that's why.
What about the Dolphins?
Dolphins, I would say, rank 4 or 5. I see, the thing is, I like Dolphins colors more than I like their like actual jerseys. Does that make sense? Like, sure. I love their merch. Like, I love like everything that gets put out. The merch, the I don't know,
I feel
stuff, the clothing.
I feel like it's merch, yeah.
Like vintage Dolphin stuff, stellar. Yeah. But like, if I'm gonna buy a jersey, like I would buy a Titans jersey over a Dolphins jersey.
Interesting. See, like I was thinking I'd get a white one.
The white ones are, I mean, they're very nice. They're very nice. But
I'm gonna end up getting a D-Hop jersey. I've wanted it for years.
I mean, why not?
Thank God, though. You know what? Fate was on my side because for Christmas, so all like Christmas, I just asked for jerseys. And the year he went to the Cardinals, I was like, please get me a DeAndre Hopkins jersey. And my mom like told me like the week before Christmas, and she was like, they are sold out everywhere. She was like, I just don't want you to get your hopes up. Like, and I was like, oh, like it's fine. And so I didn't get one. And I mean, that ended up working out because he wasn't there very long.
Yeah. Wait, what jersey did you get? The white Jalen Hurts?
Last year I got the white Jalen Hurts. The year before I got Aaron Rodgers and Gardner Minshew.
Oh, Gardner Minshew, right.
And then the year before that I got Justin Herbert. There was actually an incident last year. There was an incident. I just flipped my mic. There was an incident last year on Christmas. My mom texted me like during Christmas time and was like, send me what you want for Christmas. The only things that I asked for was a Tua jersey and a Jalen Hurts jersey. And I sent it to her like November. And she was like, cool. And then I guess like after I love the Miami Dolphins and I love Tua, yes. Like love. So that was like really important to me. And so, but I just never brought it up again. Like I was like, oh, I told her. And then Tua got hurt. He wasn't playing. There was like question of if he was ever going to play again. So she was just like, I'm just not going to touch it. Like, but all day on Christmas, and I have like 3 Christmases because my parents are split and then I go to my grandma's. So I did my whole Christmas at my mom's. And then she was like, what are you so excited for like the rest of today? And I was like, I'm just looking forward to my Tua jersey. And she was like, no. She was like, you're not getting it. She was like, you're literally like not getting it. And I was like, oh, it's okay.
So sad.
I know. So I was like, and she felt so awful. And I was like, because she spoiled me rotten. Like,
yeah.
I was like, I got you so much other stuff to like, I didn't think you were going to want it anymore. And like, I also like sent it to her and like, didn't bring it back up, whatever. But yeah, so I don't have a Tua jersey.
I was just thinking about that as you were listing off all those things. I was like, wow, I'm surprised she doesn't have a Tua jersey because she does love Tua.
I do. This year.
We'll see
It's
what
the
happens.
year.
Well,
But
I think it's time to talk about Sammy's favorite team.
let's go. Let's go.
I have my Giant shirt on today too. I put on my Marvel Giant shirt. Saquon did not get a deal done for his they tried to tag him. They were trying to make a deal by the Monday 4 p.m. deadline. It did not happen. They think they offered him like $13 million and he wanted at least 16.
Yeah, I also saw that they were trying to put like 2 different tags on him to like get him more money. But that's too confusing. All the business stuff gets a little too confusing for me.
Yeah, it does. It's a lot of legal jargon and like all this kind of stuff. But unfortunately, we probably won't be seeing Saquon at camp this year, or at least until like right before the season starts, or maybe we don't see him play at all, which would probably send me into orbit. But we can't think that far ahead right now.
I know. I'm like kind of worried that there is just going to be like a running back strike.
They're kind of starting one, right?
Right. Like it feels like we're on the cusp of like a running back revolution.
Christian McCaffrey tweeted out, Jonathan Taylor tweeted out, Derrick Henry tweeted out, because Josh Jacobs also didn't get a deal done by the 4 p.m. deadline. Wasn't there somebody else who didn't get a deal done?
There is, and it's totally escaping me right now.
Anyway, besides the point.
We're missing someone big because I was like, holy shit, like none of them got anything.
Running backs.
But yeah, no, and like me and my mom were talking about that because the Eagles got rid of Miles Sanders.
Right.
Like, I love Miles Sanders and I appreciate everything he did for us. But like, it's so tough because from a business perspective, I get it. Like running backs' careers are shorter. You don't want to take that risk financially from like the business mindset of it, but from like the player's mindset and like from the like running back is such a vital position. And like we see the Bills, like we talked about it for years. The Bills don't have a great
running back. Yeah.
They don't. And like if they did, I think they would have, I don't know if they would have won a Super Bowl, but I think if they had a stronger running game, they would have been in a Super Bowl within the last 3 years.
Correct. I agree.
And so like you see what happens to these teams that are missing that like fundamental running back. And then you also see like the Colts when Carson Wentz was there were only relevant because of Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
Same thing with Derrick Henry on the Titans. Like you see how much of a difference these running backs make when they're young and healthy, but it is so risky to give them that contract. So it's like, how do we find the medium of like making sure that they're taken care of and making sure that they get the money and respect they deserve? But then also the franchises aren't running broke for a guy that's going to spend the second half of his career on a bench because he's hurt.
I don't think this is the person that we're thinking of, but we should mention Austin Eckler as well in that group because he tried to get traded.
I think that was who I thought.
Was that the other person?
I think so, yeah.
I just came across a Pro Football Talk article that says veteran running backs launch a group text aimed at addressing their depressed market, and that was 5 hours ago. So
something's coming.
Yeah, I definitely think the running backs are cooking something up because it seems like they're, first of all, running backs are a dying breed to begin with, which is unfortunate because running backs are, like we said, very vital to the game. But you have to also take into account that running backs have shorter careers. They get hurt a lot more. We've been watching Christian McCaffrey and Saquon go through some of the same stuff over the course of their career. And, while they're fantastic and very good at their jobs, I mean, it's almost like you can always figure it out. Yeah. Like, it's hard to figure out when a quarterback gets hurt. It's hard to figure out when a wide receiver gets hurt. And I'm just playing devil's advocate here in terms of discussion because, I mean, like, just take the Giants, for example, who have been without Saquon Barkley several times in the last couple of years. And we have people like Gary Brightwell stepping up and, like, have a running game. Not the best running game, but having a running game. And I kind of feel like it's almost like running backs, you could argue, are like more replaceable, but there also are these stars that are so good at their jobs. I mean, the 49ers were using Christian McCaffrey like nobody's business and
Yep.
probably made Brock Purdy look a lot better than he was.
Yep.
So, like, it's
No,
interesting.
it is. And I hear you, because I said the same thing, like going back to the Miles Sanders conversation. The Eagles have one of the best O-lines in the NFL right now. So I was like,
Yep.
any decent running back that you throw behind our line is going to do fine. And we have so many weapons on offense. I was like, I don't want to pay a running back this much money. So, like, it's such a weird position. But then you look at the guys like Jonathan Taylor, like Saquon Barkley, like that just aren't getting. And I just listed 2, and there's handfuls and handfuls that deserve to get paid. But it's just really unfortunate. And I don't know the right way to go about it, because I really do see both sides. But also, like we talked about with the injuries, like this is a position where, like, you are putting your body through hell. So, like, they deserve a hefty contract. But again, from the business side, they don't last as long as other positions, but it's because they're getting hurt. So it's just like this constant loop. And yeah, I'm very curious to see what comes of this.
Tony Pollard. That was
Tony Pollard. Yes.
That was the other guy.
Yep.
Who, as we saw, Tony Pollard was basically a backup running back who became a star running back because Ezekiel Elliott was so hurt all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And Ezekiel Elliott got freaking dropped by the Cowboys. And he was supposed to, like, him and Dak were supposed to be like the overarching stars of Dallas. And now he's on the freaking Houston Texans? Like, isn't he on the Texans now?
Is he?
Did I miss that? Or did he not get signed yet? Hold on.
I thought he was still in Dallas.
He's a free agent.
Okay.
No, he got released by the Cowboys months and months and months ago. And yeah, we had a conversation. We were working together at that time.
I feel like now that we're talking about it, we literally posted, like, we made an announcement for it.
Yeah.
It's just been a long off season, and I need to refresh my brain.
But there was talks that he was going to go to the Texans.
Yes.
And I was like, what? And then, but apparently he's not anywhere right now, which is crazy to think about because he's Ezekiel Elliott. But also, is it that crazy? Not really.
In this market.
Yep. But anyway, I feel like we can go on and on about running backs. I want to wrap up our NFL conversation with the show that we talked about last week. Did you watch?
You guys are going to be so mad at me. There were 2 shows that I was supposed to watch last week, and I didn't. I was in a hotel room Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it was a very old TV. There was no I was forced. I love my boyfriend. He's fun.
He's fun.
Golf is not fun. And apparently there was a big golf tournament on this weekend. So I watched so much golf. And that was
God bless you.
Yeah, no.
Because thank God I have a non-sporty man, because the only thing I'm watching is the stuff that I want to watch. He doesn't make me watch anything unless it's like Counter-Strike video game videos that like live streaming people, and I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here and read my book. And
that's what I do half the time. He did, to make up for it, he did put Forensic Files on for me, like, so we found some balance. But yeah, no, I was behind, but I've heard all good things about the show so far.
Let me tell you, I finished watching it last night. I watched the last episode. It is Hard Knocks, but following actual, like, hard-hitting, basically, quarterbacks, and you get, like, the in on everything. So, and Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback of the NFL right now, as we know, and you find out about how he was when he got that high ankle sprain in the playoffs, what he did, what was said on the sidelines, what they were trying to do. The fact that he booked out a Airbnb in Arizona 3 months before the Super Bowl because he was convinced he was going. And it is a very, very good show. It's like Hard Knocks times 10.
Okay. I want to watch it so bad. I need to catch up this week. I'm doing nothing this weekend, so I'm just going to binge everything.
I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I really enjoyed it. My mother enjoyed it. My father binged it in one day.
How many episodes is it? 8?
8.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's on my list. I went to Brian's game and I was like, we have to go back and watch quarterback. And we got to the hotel and we turned on the TV and we were like,
No,
Neither of
Netflix.
us had a laptop either. We were like, oh, we're out of options.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's totally fine. I'm a big fan. I just have been able to watch stuff over the weekend. I didn't really have much going on, so I was watching stuff.
That's me this weekend. Don't you worry, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch up. I'm going to bounce back. I'm going to be better than I am this week.
Let me tell you, prepare yourself to fall in love with Kirk Cousins.
No, I saw a clip of his wife and she was like, I pick out his clothes. And she showed his closet and it was just all these like plaid button down shirts.
He is the most pure human being. And like, he's almost like Andrew Luck. Like, remember how nice Andrew Luck was?
Yes.
And like, he goes through a lot of injuries through the season as well, because it's following you all the way up until the playoffs.
Oh, that's crazy.
Marcus Mariota kind of takes a back burner because he's the third quarterback they talk about, and like the ending is literally him in Hawaii, and he's like, I'm going to Philadelphia. Which is very funny. But like, it was still cool to see like him go through whatever. And then because he gets benched, and you kind of get an inside scoop on that. But Kirk Cousins, I like have a newfound respect for that man. He is so sweet and he's so good at his job. Like I was like, I feel like everything bad I'd ever said about Kirk Cousins, I'm sorry.
So I won't be making any more primetime Kirk Cousins jokes after watching Quarterback?
I feel like we can't, because it's like, how many times can we say that? And then like, I'm like, literally, I feel like if you said it to his face, he'd be like, I understand why you would say that. And you just feel awful about it.
Stop. No, wait. Also, this is like a little off topic, but do you remember where you were when Andrew Luck retired?
Yes.
That was one of those moments that like Michael Jackson dying, Andrew Luck retiring. Like those are those moments where the world stopped.
Yes, I remember, because I was sitting outside watching a Cowboys preseason game. Like my dad and I had like set up the TV, like we brought the TV outside and connected it so that we could watch TV outside.
That's so lovely.
Because it was like August, right?
Yeah.
It was around August when that happened.
Yep.
And I got the notification on my phone and I went, Andrew Luck just retired. And my dad looked at me and he said, who? What? Like, what are you talking about? And I was like, he just retired. And like, we were all just sitting there just like looking at each other. Even my brother was just like, why? Isn't he like so young? And he like, I didn't believe it at first, honestly.
No, I'm sitting there. I was at a brewery down the shore. I was in LBI and I'm with a whole group of people. And I have all my notifications on, and I get the notification and this was even before, this was pre me doing YouTube or like any media, anything. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, Andrew Luck just retired. And everyone was like, no, he didn't. They're like, that's fake. And like, everyone's just in like this, nah, it's not real. And I'm like, guys, it's real. Like, this is pretty official. And then everyone just like immediately like panics. And then like, we were in the brewery, there were TVs on, and we were like, get news! Like,
and like, shame on the people that booed him out of the stadium.
Oh, I was furious.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
He deserves better. Andrew Luck is just a
national
prince.
treasure.
He is. Shame on you for booing him out of the stadium.
Oh.
We love you, Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck stands here at Unsolicited.
Yes. I still, like, part of me still wants him to make a comeback.
Andrew, come on the show.
Please.